Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between green hills, there lived a young man named Leo. Leo was not the smartest or the strongest in his village, but he had one quality that set him apart: his endless curiosity. He always wanted to learn, to grow, and to become better. Yet, like everyone else, Leo faced challenges. Some days he felt stuck, as if he wasn't making any progress. He wondered why some people seemed to succeed effortlessly, while others struggled no matter how hard they tried. One evening, while sitting under his favorite oak tree, Leo remembered an old story about a wise philosopher named Seneca. Seneca had written letters about life, growth, Inspired, Leo decided to seek answers. The next morning he packed a small bag and set off on a journey to find a teacher who could help him understand how to develop what he later learned was called a growth mindset. After days of walking, Leo reached a monastery where a kind but stern monk named Brother Marcus lived. Brother Marcus was known for his wisdom, and many travelers came to him for advice. Leo bowed respectfully and asked, "How can I develop a growth mindset? How can I keep improving even when things are difficult?" Brother Marcus smiled and motioned for Leo to sit beside him. "Tell me," he said, "when you see a child learning to walk, what happens when they fall?" Leo thought for a moment. "They get up and try again," he replied. "Exactly," said Brother Marcus. "They do not think, 'I am bad at walking. I will never learn.' Instead, they keep trying. That is the heart of a growth mindset. The belief that effort leads to improvement. Now, let me tell you a story. Long ago, there was a sculptor named Darius. Darius dreamed of creating a masterpiece, a statue so beautiful it would inspire generations. But every time he tried, his work fell short. His figures were clumsy, his lines uneven. Many people told him to give up, saying he had no talent. But Darius refused to listen. Instead, he asked himself one question every night: "What did I learn today?" Some days the answer was small. He had learned how to shape a better curve. Other days he realized he needed to study anatomy more. But he never stopped asking. Slowly, over years, his skill improved. One day, he finally created the statue he had always imagined. People came from distant lands to admire it. Brother Marcus looked at Leo. Darius was not born a great sculptor. He became one because he believed in growth. He saw every mistake as a lesson, not as proof of failure. That is the first key: embrace challenges as opportunities. Leo nodded. "But what if I fail?" "Failure is not the opposite of success," said Brother Marcus. "It is part of it. Think of a farmer planting seeds. Some seeds grow, others do not. Does the farmer stop planting? No. He learns which soil is better, which season is right. Failure teaches us what does not work so we can find what does." The monk continued. "The second key is to value effort over talent. Many believe that skill is something you are born with, but this is not true. Skill is built through practice. A musician does not play beautifully on the first try. A writer does not craft a perfect story in one draft. Effort is the path to mastery." Leo thought about this. He had always admired people who seemed naturally gifted, but now he wondered how many hours they had spent practicing in secret. Brother Marcus then spoke of the third key: learning from criticism. When someone tells you that your work needs improvement, do not take it as an insult. Ask yourself, can this help me grow? Even harsh words can hold truth. The key is to listen without letting your pride interfere. Leo remembered times when he had ignored advice, thinking he knew better. Perhaps he had missed chances to improve. "Finally," said Brother Marcus, "surround yourself with those who challenge you. If you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Seek teachers, mentors, and friends who push you to be better. Growth happens when we step outside our comfort zone." Leo stayed at the monastery for weeks, absorbing these lessons. He practiced seeing challenges as puzzles to solve, not obstacles to fear. He began keeping a journal where he wrote down what he learned each day. Slowly he noticed changes, not just in his skills, but in his attitude. Where he once saw limits, he now saw possibilities. When it was time to leave, Brother Marcus gave him one last piece of advice. Remember, a growth mindset is not about being perfect. It is about progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Leo returned to his village with a new understanding. He shared what he had learned, and over time, others began to adopt the same mindset. The village, once stagnant, flourished with new ideas and creativity. Years later, an old man visited the village. He had heard stories of a place where people believed in endless growth. When he met Leo, now a respected elder, he asked, "What is the secret of this village's success?" Leo smiled. "We stopped asking, 'Can I do this?' and started asking, 'How can I do this?' That simple shift changed everything." And so, the lesson spread: growth is not a destination, but a journey. It begins with a choice. The choice to believe that with effort, patience, and perseverance, we can always become better than we were yesterday. The end.